There are so many lead generation methods you can use for your software and mobile app, but there are really very few that you should actually focus on, probably 3 or less, depending on your software and where you're at in the business. And in this video, I'm going to rank all the lead generation methods from my experience working with softwares and mobile apps from the past 2 years. And maybe by the end of this video, you're going to see, hey, these are a good fit for me and these are good fit not for me, right? So in this video, you will be able to understand what I advise and what I've tried even in my own endeavors building mobile apps and softwares for myself. So the first one is that we want to take a look at is UGC, because you likely scroll through Instagram and you see a lot of content. It's like a girl talking about an app like TurboLearn or something, and then you go to their Instagram bio and realize it's not even her account, it's a brand account. So UGC is great. UGC is really good, but it's really hard to track. But UGC is kind of the new way of advertising without people knowing that it's actual advertising, right? There's a great way to scale organic content, without using tens of thousands of dollars for influencer marketing, but it's just very hard to attribute revenue. But if you have a viral video, you get your best bang for your buck. So I'd really put UGC as the second best choice. So not the greatest, because it's really hard to do conversion tracking and attribute revenue from a certain video, but it's still very, very good and up to date in 2026. The next method is influencer marketing. Right, influencer marketing has always been around and it still works, but however, social media platforms are favoring content that is completely new from organic videos, and having a large following with a dedicated audience doesn't necessarily mean it's going to generate more loyalty and more revenue whenever a influencer does a brand deal and shows your brand in the videos. I myself spent $20,000 on influencer marketing and I only yielded a third or fourth of the revenue. I did not make anywhere close to it back. And so I would honestly say that influencer marketing would work if you have just extra money and you want to find good ad creatives, because people trust influencers, right? If they see a face going around and that influencer makes a video, then people will trust it, right? So influencer marketing is good to find winning creatives, and you have the money to be able to pay the influencer to get the winning creative. But if you're starting out and you want to gain traction, influencer marketing really isn't the way to go, because it's also really hard to attribute revenue as well. As I would say, influencer marketing is really average. Right. The next part is SEO. SEO is great because efforts compound and SEO isn't really ever going away. But with different search engines and AI, SEO is more hard to do now. There's more effort. You can create AI generated content, but you have to make sure it indexes and it doesn't hit spam. So there's a lot of nuances to do with SEO, but the efforts will compound over time. But immediately when you're starting out, you won't be able to see results for your brand immediately. So I'd really put this at slightly below average. And so the next point is YouTube long form. So YouTube long form, everyone trusts YouTube. People who have search intent, they want to kind of DIY something, they go to YouTube and search for things. And a lot of software companies, especially B2B, have been able to scale from YouTube, such as Instantly. Instantly is a software for cold email, and a lot of people have made the Google search and found Instantly, and that's why they use it. There are a lot of softwares that scale with only YouTube. And so YouTube also has the SEO there built into the platform, to where if I make a Google search and you have a YouTube video that does really well, has all the keywords, then it's going to show up. And you literally just need to post once and the content pretty much stays there forever. Versus where you see a video kind of lifespan only has 24, 48 hours, and unless it goes viral again, video is never shown to the audiences. But YouTube always shows the audiences forever. You can have a video in 2008 still relevant in 2026. So YouTube I would put at good but not great, because it's very hard to track the conversions that come from it, and it's not something that will yield you revenue immediately. And so the next platform that I would look at is paid ads, because of course you can just throw money at something and hope it sticks, right? But there's actually a very systematic way for people to run paid ads for businesses and generate revenue, because there are a lot of mobile app studios in China and Turkey. You look at their app, their onboarding is not the greatest. They're like a rock identifier, plant identifier app, but they scale purely with paid ads because they figured out what onboarding they need to have and what ad strategy to use. And so paid ads is actually the best choice because that is our favorite here at my company when we work with companies and we'll be able to scale and achieve a 1.5 to 3x ROAS for a lot of the brands that we actually work with. So paid ads is, of course, I think the best choice. But not only just because you can throw money at it, but it's because that you can actually set up conversion tracking to know exactly what offers and what numbers and revenue is producing. Because if you're creating content and you can't do conversion tracking to attribute the revenue that it brings in, you don't understand the offers, the creative, the format that is actually bringing you revenue to the business. And paid ads is the best way for you to find that. But not only that, A/B test different offers, right? A/B test different landing pages. Because organically, it's really hard to A/B test something. But if you can fix a certain amount of traffic to one page versus the other, you can really use paid ads to A/B test different things in your business. Next one is cold email. Cold email, if you're B2B, it'll be a good platform, but then cold email is slowly dying. Google's cracking down on it, but that is as below average on E. And then we have Twitter, LinkedIn, and Reddit posts. And this is great because if you have a personal brand, or maybe you don't, you're on Reddit, you can create the right post to generate revenue for the business, but it's very inconsistent to track, and you're at the mercy of the platform also. And sometimes your efforts won't compound until you actually have a personal brand, but sometimes it works because they show your videos, and so you really have to understand the platform. And so it does take time to learn. You can't just create a new account and hope that all the posts that you make will boost you overnight. And it's really hard to conversion track, so kind of hit or miss method. I would put this as F, as the worst choice. And if you want to work with us and scale your software and mobile app to 100K per month or more with paid ads or UGC, feel free to book a call with us below and see if we're a good fit to work together.